Hey guys, it is Friday here in West Virginia, so it is time for us to do our Free It Friday. And today we got a lineup of Cadillacs for you guys. Couple from Greenlight and one from Autoworld. I actually found them all at Walmart this past week. And went ahead and grabbed them because I wasn't so sure if I'm going to make a lowrider out of a couple of them or not. So, still trying to decide on that one. So, we're going to take a look at the biggest and the oldest of the group, and that is this guy here, the 1955 Cadillac Fleetwood Series 60 from The Godfather. And you can see the city silhouette in the background and the Godfather's silhouette there. Really cool. GL Hollywood, that's their new logo and their new style package with the curved right side. So this is a newer issue. An age recommendation for 17 years and older because it is an adult collectible. And I'm guessing that Godfather was rated R. So that's why they're recommending it for 17 and older, because it was from an R-rated movie. And as you can see down here, it just says adult collectible, one diecast vehicle. On the back side, a different picture of the Godfather, but no story about the movie or anything like that. I guess most people would know if they're into those kind of movies. They would know what it's all about. Copyright is 2025, and all of your licensing stuff. And what series of GL Hollywood is this? Huh. Limited edition, and I'm not seeing anything on the series. The Cadillac is Series 60, but I don't know what the GL Hollywood is. I'm not sure. Maybe they restarted again because they're calling it GL Hollywood instead of Greenlight Hollywood. Not sure, but let's get him out of the box and take a look at him. Already cut it like a door on the back, and that works perfectly for guys that are like me that sometimes will put them back in the package to display them to save room, or even just to put it on a shelf because sometimes presentation in the package makes it a little bit better. And I think the Godfather Cadillac is one of those where the packaging really helps the car. I really do think that's a good display option, because I was thinking about possibly making this into a lowrider. It does have an opening hood. That's cool. The engine detail's not so great, though. It just looks like somebody dumped blue paint into the engine bay, and there's no... yeah, it's pretty bad. It's not detailed around the engine. They should have made the engine just the engine and put in there and not the whole engine compartment. But, oh well. This is one that I probably wouldn't display with the hood open anyways. So it is a four-door sedan. Not sure how this would look as a lowrider with some small 13 or 14-inch Daytons on it. It may be okay, but I'm not sure. I would have to check the wheelbases too, because I'm not sure. Maybe one of the bases that Diecast Mafia makes would work on this with a little bit of modification, because it's definitely not a popular enough car or casting to start making lowrider bases for it, for that matter, anyways. But it does have nice details. The front end, the grille, Cadillac emblem, headlights, and all the side trims there. The louvers on the quarter panels, tail lights, rear Cadillac logo, and it's like a rear step bumper, kind of. Pretty cool car, and the underneath is detailed nicely too with the frame and exhaust and such things. So not a bad looking ride. And it is big. I mean, like here's the crew cab dually square body, and looking at them side by side, it's probably I don't know, half an inch longer, the square body crew cab dually, but I mean that says a lot. It's a crew cab dually, so it's big, and the caddy is just as big almost. So number two is probably gonna be, let's do the Autoworld because he's the second oldest one. Now this is their 1967 Cadillac Eldorado. Not the greatest color scheme and wheel combo. Cadillacs, in my opinion, need white walls. That's just my opinion, though, and they need some wire spoke wheel covers or true wire wheels on them. That's just my opinion. Or the Cadillac disc style hubcaps and such. Some of the Cadillac hubcaps, like on this 55, was nice. Now, this series is Series 1 of 2025. They're a year behind. Damn. I was hoping we would start seeing something like the last case from 2025 with the Furies and Coronets. I already have them, but having a couple extras wouldn't be bad, especially if you can get them at retail. And then the new case coming up, it should be hitting eBay very soon, has two new Furies. I think they're 71s this time. One is in Bahama Yellow, and the other one is in, I don't know what they call it, Poly Violet, but it's plum crazy. And there's a couple of really cool Country Squire wagons, and I figure I will get the wagons and the Furies from that lineup. There's some other cool stuff in there too. But anyways, as you could see in this lineup, you had the 67 Caddy, the 12 Mustang, the 88 Chrysler Conquest, the 91 Mitsubishi Eclipse, the 2020 Ford F-150, and the 2005 Chevy Silverado SS Custom. They were all there except for the Mustang and the Silverado. I just decided to get the Caddy, though. Probably the Mustang or the Silverado was an ultra red. The Silverado is probably a fan favorite anyways from this release, and the Mustang must have been an ultra red, I'm guessing. So let's go ahead and get this guy out. We'll do the fun facts, or premium facts they call it. Under the hood of the 67 Eldorado was a big block 429 cubic inch V8 engine, making 340 horsepower and 480 pound-foot of torque. 1967 also marked the last year Cadillac used the 429. 1968 saw the introduction of the larger 472 cubic inch engine. So Caddy had some big engines, but I don't know, they were never impressive, in my opinion. I guess you could build them to be impressive, but the money it takes to build one, you're better off to do one of your regular style engine, like a Mopar, Chevy, or Ford. Chevy is usually the cheapest to build, and sometimes offers the most power too. But anyways, this car is different. I will have to say that. It has like a medium green color interior. And what are they calling this color on this? Crystal Fire Mist Poly. Yeah, it's a weird color because in some light it does look like it has a green hue to it. But then in other light it just looks silver. And then the green, the medium green interior, a little scratch on the roof. Oh well. It's okay. But I'm just wondering how this car would look with a set of spoke wheels on it and such. And not sure if there's a base. I get to work on that. They have the universal bases, of course, that you could probably use and get to work on it without a problem. Trying to get the hood opened. There we go. See, that's a much better engine compartment than what Greenlight had on the 55 Caddy. As you can see, they have detailed with the accessories on the front of the engine, the snorkel air cleaner, detailed inner fenders, the whole 9 yards. As I've always said, Autoworld never disappoints on their engine compartment detail. It's very nicely done. The front of this car is also really cool. And the plate says Fire Mist. It's the name of the color. That's kind of cool. Hideaway headlights. And detailed rear. There's your caddy badge and detailed tail lights. And also it has a decent looking undercarriage. And yeah, these were front wheel drive, believe it or not. Even the old Eldorados were front-wheel drive. So, that is the Autoworld. Now comes the last Greenlight, and it is another Eldorado, a 1974 Cadillac Eldorado. And this is what I was saying, like, the Cadillac deserves, like, something like this. The Cadillac wheel covers or a wire spoke design or something. But the painted stillies with the dog dish, like, poverty caps, just don't suit a Caddy too well, because Caddies are expensive, higher-end cars that, you know, higher-up, white-collar businessmen will drive. But they have it done up like a blue-collar, like factory worker Caddy with the dog dish and the stillies. But it's still not bad, but it's just not what I would expect to see on a Cadillac. So this Caddy is from the same series as the other Caddy, the Godfather one. This is GL Hollywood once again, and the series is not noted anywhere on the package, so not sure. And this is for 17 plus. It's the True Romance pink Cadillac. And it does say a little bit on the back of this. I had to come all the way from the highways and byways of Tallahassee, Florida, to Motor City, Detroit, to find my true love. So, True Romance. That's Christian Slater, and I forget who the girl was. And there's your licensing stuff and where to find Greenlight online. And this one also, I've cut open like a flip-up door on the back. So let's get this guy out and take a look at him. So this one, I think, would look good with some lowrider treatment. The only thing is mine's got a paint flaw. I don't know what the deal is there. If they put the paint on thick and it started to pill. See, there's like indents in the paint. I almost thought it was a logo or something because it's so, like, I don't know, it's got straight edges and everything. It looks like something was in the paint and they pulled it out and it's not on the other side. Kind of weird. But anyways, I think this thing would look really cool with a set of spokes on it sitting on the ground. It's got the leopard skin dashboard and then wood grain steering wheel, white bucket seat. No, not white bucket seat, but white, like 60-40 split bench. And the top is up. It doesn't come off or anything like that. But yeah, this would be a pretty cool car to see with a set of wheels on it. I may end up doing that with this one. And maybe the 67 too. The 55, I'm probably just going to leave the way it is. I don't even know if I'm going to keep it. I just wanted to do something that was themed today with Cadillacs. So then my objective was met. So anyways, guys, that's it for our Free It Friday. We'll be back definitely on Monday for our Mopar Monday. I have a very limited 69 GTX to take a look at. And we'll also take a look at some other Plymouth GTXs from that era, like of 68 to 70. And then we will maybe be back over the weekend with something. It just depends if we find anything exciting or get anything in the mail tomorrow. So if not, we'll be back on Monday. Thanks for watching, guys, and enjoy your weekend.